So, grade 7 to 9 student, you're doing your exam, going to the end of your paper, and then you see, find the turning point of, wait, this is completing the square, but I forgot the method. This is the method for you. So, this last part of the video is for my grade 8s and grade 9s. And remember this, because this has come up on the back end of the papers, and then people are stressed, they do it wrong, or they even forget the method. Completing the square is a topic that is very important. But first, let's dissect this question. Find the turning point to this equation. What is the turning point? So, like I've been saying, a quadratic is just a graph. It's just a graph with a curve like this. So the turning point is the lowest point the graph hits before it bounces back up. Because say for example, again, if I draw another graph, to be honest, it's just the same thing on either side. But the one point, it's here where it bounces back up, right? So, now, how do we complete the square? How do we find the turning point? Now, this method is deadly specific. So, I would very much encourage you to remember it, because this isn't one of them things where you can wing it, right? So, this is what we do. We break it up into x plus half this number here, 3 squared. So that covers kind of this area. But then what's important is you need to minus the squared version of whatever number's in here, and it will always be minus. For remembrance sake, this is always minus, right? So minus the squared version of this number, so minus 3 squared. What's 3 squared? 3 squared is 9. And then you plus the 8 that was on the back side of the equation the whole time. So again, you collect your like terms, you tidy up your equation. What you will get is x plus 3 squared minus 9 plus 8, so that's minus 1. So how do we get the turning point from this? Because this isn't like opening double brackets where you get 2 x's or whatever, because like I said, that turning point is that only one point. There's no replica of the turning point. Because this x is in the bracket, it needs to be opposite of this, which means the x value is negative 3. And outside, this is the y value. But notice that this y value is not outside of the bracket. So we can just leave it as it is. Negative 3, negative 1. So actually, if negative 1 is all the way down here, and negative 3 is so close right here, then this would be that turning point. Negative 3, negative 1. And you do even the same thing when you have an equation with a coefficient in front of it. Let's say like 2x squared plus 6x plus 8. So you do the same thing essentially, but the first thing you do, you take out the 2 from this equation. You factorize it out. So you do this, right? 2, because it's 2 times x squared plus, now it would be 3x. And you can choose or not choose to include this 8, but just for tidying up at the end, I will leave this 8 outside because it doesn't need to be factorized technically. And then you repeat the same process as before. So what you do is 2, big bracket, small bracket, x plus 3 divided by 2, because you half this, squared. And don't forget to minus the square version of whatever is in here, which means this will be minus 9 over 4. Close your bracket, plus 8. So now just a bit more tidying up to do. So you times that back out by the 2. So what you will get is 2x plus 3 over 2 squared. And again, times that back by the 2. That would be minus 9 over 2 plus 8. Right? So 2x plus 3 over 2 squared minus 9 over 2 plus 16 over 2. So that means your final answer would be 2 times x plus 3 over 2 squared, and negative 9 plus 16, that would be 7 over 2. And you don't need to worry about that 2 from now on, because your answer would just be negative 3 over 2, 7 over 2. That is your turning point. So I hope this video was able to clear up some of your misconceptions or some of your question marks that you had about double brackets and quadratics and things like this. I know it can get a bit tough, but this is your best friend in GCSE maths. So you're gonna have to need to know this. So if you have any doubts and any questions, or if my handwriting was too bad, you didn't understand what I wrote, feel free, ask me in the comments. I'm always here. I've got nothing better to do. So please tell me your feedback. How did you find this? I almost ended it with a prayer. I don't know why. I almost said amen.